Today we're going to be doing magazine transfers for your mixed media art. Okay, so we are going to be trying to see if we can make gels of magazine pages. So this is the very first one, and from what I understand, I've done a little research. Black or dark colors works really well. So we're going to start, oops. Okay. So first off, I feel like we need to get rid of that little extra bit right there to give us the best chance. Okay. I just don't want it to be totally black, but let's just try this out. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of paint on here. So let's start. I brought a bunch of just copy paper. So we're going to take a little bit of this off. Not all of it, but some of it. There we go. That feels better. That feels more like what a gel plate usually feels like. We're going to go and do this, and supposedly the dark parts will be the resist. Okay, let's get another piece. We're going to try this. Okay, there's this. So that one we might be able to use again. It's not all covered in paint. And let's see what happens here. Oh, here, some of it's coming off. Awesome. Okay, so that sort of worked. And that's just the yucky part. I think I'm gonna get a bag to put all my yuckies in. So we're gonna set this to the side and let it dry. And we're gonna get another one. We're gonna put the dark paint on here. And I feel like that's very, very little dark paint. Do we wanna try that? Okay, let's do that. What do we got? Okay, we got this black and white one. Or do we want this one? Let's try black and white. Okay. And supposedly on this one, you don't leave this on for the long time. The long one is the last pull. Okay, let's see. All right, you can see her face a little bit. I don't know that I feel like this one did as well. Right? Because I feel like maybe that's because it got stuck on the googs there. Let's keep this. All right, so we have this. I'm not trying to actually make anything right this second. I'm just testing to see what happens. Okay, so I feel like that was not enough paint. Right? Because that was just the very barest minimum paint that you could physically put on a plate. I feel like we need a little bit more paint to make the reaction happen with the magazine page. Okay, so this has, to me, what feels like a normal amount of paint on this plate. So let's try the back part of this, see what happens. We'll take our googie paper and we're just pushing it down. All right. I don't know, does that feel like that worked at all? I don't feel like that one worked at all, but we'll have to try it. So this is kind of a lightweight paper. And maybe you have to have way more of a contrast. I don't feel like that worked at all. We're gonna just pull this off because this is not a good test. This plate also has the most googs of any of my plates. All right. So yeah, see, I don't see anything there. Okay, so now let's try. Let's get some more black on here. Tiny bit more. Tiny bit more. There we go. All right. All right, let's see what happens. That's all we can do. We can try things, right? And I have about 1 million magazines we can use. We're going to use this side of this girl. We're going to let her percolate for a second. So maybe black and white doesn't work. Maybe it's the color dye that does it. I don't know. Let's try this one. All right, we got something more this time. All right, so we got a lot more this time. Look, you can kind of see her pantsuit. You can sort of see her head up there. That's a lot better. All right, so let's go. We're gonna let that one dry. Let's go back to this one. And we are gonna, let's do some squares and some circles. Okay. There's that. Okay, let's do a little bit of blue. Must like blue with this stencil. We're gonna put our, that is a very thin paint. I may have to shake it up some more. See how it's separating? I don't think all the acrylic is in there. But that's okay. We're gonna leave that. Okay, we'll bring this one back. This is our next one. Okay, I grabbed some other colors, so let's do this. Got that. Okay, let's let this one dry. And then we got this one that I feel like turned out really cool. All right, let's do some dots around where she is. Okay, there's that. Just feel like we could do something. Let's get some blue in here. I'm just trying to get a wee little bit of color in here. All right, there we go. We're gonna leave that lady alone. And now we gotta wait for this to dry. Let's see if it's dry. Not quite dry yet. Well, it's pretty dry. Okay. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now there's some that I would like to have an actual pull from, but this, we just need to, see what happens. And you can watch all the videos you want in the world, but get your plate out and check it. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. Oh, this one we want to actually absorb into the paper. So this one is a little bit longer. We want the paint on the plate to go all the way down through, and we want it to activate with the paper. We can check and see if it's working by doing this. Is it coming off? All right, it's coming off. All right, let's see. All right, so we got that kind of side thing that was going on, and we got the words. I think for this, at least, I think it was good to add texture with this, but I don't know that I'm like, oh, this was the most amazing thing ever. Let's try one of these guys. So I have this that is super high contrast. So I have another brayer. I just seen it. Okay, let's do this. Okay. A little bit of wool in a china shop thing going on here. All right, so let's do this girl. And let's let her sit for 1 wee minute. So let's do like the time it takes to wash your hands. So all right, I can already see we're getting a little bit of the pattern of her dress. Okay, so that's pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna let her dry. And this was our next one, I believe. And we can really see that girl, right? I'm gonna get a decent, not a great, but a, what do we want? Do we want a little bit better piece of paper? Let's get a better piece of paper. That may help us to have a better pull, right? A little bit decent paper. Okay. I want a little bit more white. I'm going to be pulling a couple more, so I don't care if I have some white over here. And this one we do want to leave for a wee minute. See what happens. All right. So I feel like for sure you can tell she's a thing. I sort of like that. This is all because of the grunge on my plate. That has nothing to do with the magazine pull, and I really like it. I kind of like that one. I like the extra colors. Do we want to see if we can do a pull? I think I'm going to do a bird one with a pull and not use black. But let's try this one. Oh, there's a little purple. Still wet. That's not the end of the world. Okay. And I have some little pieces of mixed media paper over here that we can use on this. All right, what do we think? So let's really press this one. I don't think it's staying on the plate. I think it's cleaning the plates. Okay, I don't see much of anything with the magazine. Do you? I don't see anything of the magazine. That's just a regular gel pull. Alrighty, that did not work. So let's do, so this is what I have. I think I'm going to try these little, I'm thinking it's high contrast that does it. So let's try. Let's try these and see if we can get something. And let's use a different color. Let's use this purple. I think you need to have a decent amount. I don't think you want a crazy amount. All right, let's do this. And this is a food magazine. All right. Okay, now you can really see that the paint is absorbing into this magazine paper. You can feel it. All right, let's see what happens. All right, there is nothing on there. Let's see if it was just, so they said that some of them will do it and some of them won't. And I think it has to do with how the print process is. Maybe we got a teeny bit of it there, but this magazine is not good for it, so we're gonna just take this up. Let's try Birds in Bloom. And let's get more black in here, because maybe it's the black. I don't know. Okay. All right. We are going to try to see if we can get those words to come out. And this feels kind of like a lightweight paper too. Nope, nothing there. Okay. I almost wonder if it's this plate. Let's try something else, because it feels a little futile to keep doing the same thing and have it not work. We're going to try a Birds in Bloom magazine, because we know we got a good pull on here. I got some birds, no blooms. And I thought that this might have enough contrast. Okay, let's push this down a little bit more than we have been. Although I didn't push down hard on the ones that worked, so I'm not sure if that's the answer. Are we getting any birds? I get the concept of the bird, but the bird did not show up. So, there it is. It's still kind of stuck there, just not very well. All right, I am going to do this last one. Because I think I've got the concept. Like, I don't know. I'm a magazine collage artist. I think it could be somewhat cool, and I will use the ones that worked for sure. What I'm trying to do is to get some of these words here, because they're very cool words. Although this is the same, food magazine that I felt like didn't work at all earlier. So there's a chance that this will not work with our words. And I think it's like the ink in the magazines and how it reacts to the paint. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got a little something. Oh, I think this will be cool. Okay, I really like that. I'm a type nerd. Okay, so I think this is cute. I'm gonna like this for a background, so we're gonna put this over here with this. All right, we're gonna get our girl. And I don't really wanna put my acrylic back in there. All right, let's get another stencil. I like to do this guy. Okay, yep, we're gonna do this. And All right, so I like this guy. Let's do yellow. Yellow and gray are my two absolute favorite colors together. Now she's kind of in here, so what we're going to do is we're going to use these caramel ronds just around here and there. To take a little bit of that paint off. Okie dokie. And we're going to let that dry. Fun words. I almost feel like I want this to be real. I'll probably use this in something. So we'll get an okay piece of paper. Let's do that. Let's do a little bit of this. I'm just trying to get this paint to blend a little bit. Oh, I like that it made kind of that steely gray color. Okay, let's get a halfway decent piece of paper. And these words should be cool. There we go. That is kind of neat. And there's still some of them on there. So that will, I feel like this didn't pull up as much. Let's see if we can get that to pull up. All right, we got some more of that to pull up. That's not bad. I don't love it. That's the thing about gel plates. You don't get to pick what they look like. So I'm gonna pack this guy up. Actually, I'm gonna let him dry off for a wee minute. Then pack him up. All right, this one is our last one. And we're going straight white with a little bit of blue in it. Okay, and we are going to get a big piece of paper this time. This is mixed media, and this is going to be a great pull. All right. All right, so we want this layer of paint to get down through our flowers, down to our girl, down to our gel plate. So we want to kind of warm this up. Always think about it that way. We want to push down on the edges, get a good seal on the edges. We want to push down in the middle, get everything done. If you have a clean brayer, you can do a brayer. You take anything you have and push it down. Glamour paste. Okay, let's try it. All right, that is kind of cool. I don't know, it screams lady to me, right? But I like it. I'll definitely do something with it. I can see your eyes. So that was fun. It worked. I don't know I'm going to use it a lot, but it's a fun idea. Hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobsen, Artsy Fartsy Life.